This is going to be a relatively quick video tonight, but a little bit of a early sneak peek. I say early because we cannot change. His data's not up on Wotv yet. I think his subjobs are going to be really particularly interesting for this brand new character. But to give you an idea of what he looks like in a all Thunder party here, roughly the stats, keep in mind he does have Chaos Bahamut, one of the strongest physical espers in the game right now, along with the Ifrit card and the Dark Ifrit card, which I think is basically pushing this guy all the way towards DPS, past 1,000,000% kind of thing. Has a new weapon that looks to have 164 attack, 15 slash, 30 for thunder attack, and looking at his TMR, seems to have some kind of cause a berserk status effect as well as a protect status effect, which is kind of interesting, but losing your control of the character and potentially abilities. Here's the thing, this is an early look, so we'll have to see what the Wotv stuff or data for numbers look like to really evaluate this character. But as you can see, 9,000 HP, 1,800 attack, 44 defense, and 89 speed points him mostly to being a relatively fast, although with Chaos Bahamut, one of the fastest espers in the game, and on a Thunder-based party, which is not particularly slow for most of the characters. Well, okay, Cloud kind of is. I would say that his speed seems a little questionable, but 9,000 HP and 1,800 attack might get some serious stuff done. As for resistances, you can see 30% against strike, so I guess the anti-strike character. Bad news for all you Perrine globalers, fortunately. Magic resistance as well as slash resistance, and here are his status effect resistances. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's like super grabbing me as being like a must-have character at this point. That's not the party one. I think you is where I was, but we'll throw in a few Thunder Elemental characters really quickly here. And we'll go through his abilities, but I'm kind of just, it's late night here, so I'm just trying to get through this relatively quickly so we can get an idea. Speed, just to see if we can't make him look a little bit better. I'm thinking we put this on the bottom since we kind of want to just see what his all-out attack will be. And Titan, not super good here, so let's see here. Axe VCs. Oh, that's really coming to mind. No, you know what? I kind of want to throw the HP on him. I know it's not a particular Thunder card, but I want the idea more and more of like survivability, so we're just going to throw on whatever for our other two characters. Mostly whatever, I should say. And then let's go in and see what this looks like. Some people commenting they like his design. I should say his counter is essentially a deal damage and heal on the damage that he does do, which is pretty interesting. Like, it might end up being quite strong. He has re-raise cancel in his kit, which is also once again pretty darn strong. So we're just gonna get our dark units here, which are gonna be our main check for how good this guy is. We'll throw on lightning because lightning is a pretty common physical based character that she's done. So let's see right here if we just try like a basic attack against Mina. Not bad. We're getting potentially countered for just that. Boy, is he narrow. He is one of the thinnest little guys we've ever seen. Alright, so looking through his abilities, this is one ability where as he takes damage multiple times, he will actually increase the power of this ability. It is single target, which makes it kind of interesting because of AoE resistance lately. We're going to try and power that up a little bit later, but just testing out. Pretty actually kind of hard hitting there for like our first ability. The second ability here is just large damage and sure hit with re-raise cancel, which, you know, pretty nice, especially if it's dealing a high amount of damage. Now, Sephiroth doesn't have his barrier up yet, but we're still looking at a really high amount of damage for Sephiroth, who is considered to be one of the more heavy DPS. This one has paralysis on it, which is also kind of interesting. And here is his large AoE. So again, we can see he is dealing a lot of damage, and even a critical right now would be enough to be particularly threatening. So that's quite interesting. This is also the ability that CT's down, so and increases his slash resistance penetration. So pretty nice. Now we could try the Berserk thing. I'm not going to, because that seems like a bad way to do it. This ability, which is on the sub part of his job, actually allows his HP to be increased, and we can see the amount, about 1500, which would put him closer to like 11,000 HP, which is a lot. Actually kind of interesting, because he does have not only re-raise in his kit, in his main part of his kit. Don't know about his sub jobs yet, because this is a friend unit and the data's not up on Wotv Calc, but he does have this barrier. So we're going to test out this barrier right on him, see how it goes. Alright, so just trying to deal some magic damage against him. Let's just try Venus Limit Burst. Again, versus all of our characters, you can see the difference that it is doing. DC skills, native re-raise is nice, important for Faith. Yes, Faith will probably be important for determining whether or not he can put a status effect off of his limit burst here. Also, his accuracy seems to be a little bit questionable. Maybe it's just because of the way I have it set up, but I am curious because this is not particularly a well-dark party, but we can see like how much DPS he is doing. Majin Vina here at 140, which is important, is doing. It's a physical reduction barrier, so it's not really doing much to keep him safe against Majin Vina, but he does have, by the looks of it, some innate magic resistance. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize for the inaccurate statement. It's late here. Nope, let's not do that ability. Let's do this one next. So yeah, just taking a look here at how much damage reduction, like this versus this character, like we can see here that we are getting that. He has a 20% chance of his countering activating right now, which is going to heal for a good portion of the damage that's actually done. Now, 57% accuracy feels a little bit low, so we're not going to do that too much yet. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go over and we're going to give him a light. We're just going to do a light tap and see how it goes. Didn't get the counter, but we're working towards something. Next up, Sephiroth, just basic attack. Some of Sephiroth's other attacks, which this barrier is going a long way. Without barrier destruction, this character does seem like he'll be quite difficult to kill. Now this, on the other hand, is a little bit more I would generally expect from Sephiroth being able to deal damage, and you can see here it is dealing a lot here. Now again, that counter does have a chance to work and potentially restore some of the HP, but it is a lot of damage. So if we just go up here, test it against some unprotected characters, you can see kind of how much damage we can do on average against some of the other characters. So yeah, Sephiroth is still very, very powerful, very, very strong. Sephiroth, if you would give him So checking out what, for instance, Lightning. Now, Lightning is a character that I still consider to be really an effective damage dealer, especially with Lightning debuffs. She can do like a great amount of damage. Like, I was still impressed when she came out, and I can't wait for her 140. But you can see like some of the DPS that she is capable of doing against these characters, and basically kind of equate it to how this new character. Wait. Test out his limit burst, because that's something we haven't looked at yet. So for instance, right here against Sephiroth, let's just take a look at his faith, because it was something that I ignored for right now. Faith of 50 and a 67% chance, or sorry, 73% chance of causing the Berserk status effect is quite high, especially on an AoE. Could be really good, and we're also looking at a lot of damage from this limit burst as well. Now, Sephiroth isn't running his barrier yet, so that's something we want to test out. But here, let's check out this bottom ability. Now, this is the one where as he takes damage, this ability gets stronger and stronger. Let's see here. That is considerable. That is an incredibly powerful job level 1 or a level 120 ability. That is definitively very impressive. Just as a person like looking at this kind of thing, I think that this is really, really impressive for how much damage he is capable of dealing. Again, just checking out Cloud versus here. I mean, we're doing good damage, but it's nowhere near much. Remotely, even just a slight chance of a crit there would absolutely end out in the resulting death of a unit. Let's try a few other things here. We're going to try that. And we're going to get Sephiroth's barrier. Now, we didn't give Sephiroth the AoE resistance. Give me... let's just see here. So that is an impressive reduction that we are effectively getting off of Sephiroth right here. But again, I think that it speaks quite well for how powerful this character can be towards dealing with other characters, especially if you got a kind of thunder debuff. I would say that this character is going to be very capable of killing multiple just because there's a lot of AoE resistance around. Having this powerful ability, which in combination with the fact that he has re-raise and the fact that he has this barrier that he can put up, makes him really, really difficult to kill. And if his sub job has guts, that also might push him even more over the top. Again, shifting to some other abilities here, even with Brave Little Leela potentially buffing some characters, you can see how much DPS he's doing. And again, one big consideration here is that this unit does not have TMR runes on it, which could push him even stronger. Hell, he can even deal a ton of damage to himself. So to close out this video, I'm just going to do the really dumb thing. Never mind, I must have mistranslated that. His TMR doesn't actually cause Berserk? Interesting. Probably is my fault. But we put him in the lead. Let's see if he can get some stuff done. Good job, Cloud. That's not who we... Pretty hard hitting there. And you know what? Let's give him a little bit more of a head start. I don't know if anybody's watched Blazing Saddles, but it feels like Mongo, where it's just like, oh no, don't shoot him. You're just going to make him angry. Slow down the speed maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so far a couple of criticisms. It does feel like his speed is maybe a little lower than I would want to be with this setup right now. I'm also a little worried about his accuracy. His accuracy seems kind of weak. He does have like some sure hit, which is always going to be valuable kind of thing in a lot of situations. But it does feel a little bit like, you know, it feels like I want that, like his accuracy is not quite there. So interesting to say the least. So yeah, this new character, I mean, I'm going to be really curious to see the numbers that come out on Wotv Calc, but maybe just another really great Thunder DPS that's going to push Thunder Physical into being a real, like, worth having a conversation about, because it's actually potentially quite good. And come on, you guys, I'm running out of, like, actual stuff to talk about. Can you finish the mission? Oh, there's... Well, I guess we're getting to see what the AI is like. No, seriously, I really don't have that much. Somebody, Sephi, go Heaven's Gate him or whatever. Oh my god, all the buffs. Everybody's at 1,000. What? Okay. Thank you, Cloud. So yeah, I guess I'll just do another video a little bit later with some more impressions, but early look at Viga, and you guys, or Beiga, depending on which version you play. And yeah, let you guys be the judge, for at least for now, of what you think of the first look. Thanks for watching.